Okay, now we are at the front of the home. We are going to go into the sewer clean out. We'll see which direction we can get going. Hopefully we can head back towards home, see what's going on there, and then we'll pull up and we'll try to go the other direction, see what we can see for the lateral heading out of the house. So here we go. Alright, well it looks like we're going in the direction away from the home. And alright, so we're in here. Looks like we see some roots. That is water running from the sink I have going. Let's see what we can see here. This looks like ABS is what it looks like to me. Let's see if we can clean off the camera head. Here we go. I definitely see some roots in there. Looks like we're in a little bit of a belly. The water's at the bottom of the pipe. I'm not going to move the camera for a second. We'll see if we can tell if it's flowing. Alright, well, we'll just keep going here. Currently underwater. Looks like, oh, now we're coming up. Alright, and there's a connection point. You can see roots coming into that connection point there. Let's see. And it looks pretty good so far. There was that little bit of belly in the beginning, but that's not a huge deal. Looks like, I can't tell, we just transitioned to a different material there. Might have to look on my computer just to see if I can see a little more clearly what that material is. Got some roots coming in here at 31 feet from this clean out. Not terrible. Those roots will continue to grow and cause blockage, so you'll want to have this augered somewhat regularly, maybe like annually or once every couple of years or something. Go. That looks like roots, more roots. You can see how it narrows the drain there. Looks like we're in another belly at about 45 feet from the clean out. Some solid. Let's see if we can push past that. Come on, let's go. There's something there. Keeping us from getting past there. Alright, we're back. We're about 47 feet. And we're hitting, it's like a root or a solid. But I'm trying to see if we can push past that. There we go. We pushed past it. You can see the water's still flowing, so everything looks pretty good. Looks like the water's still flowing pretty well. I can't tell if that is cast iron from my screen. I'm going to have to look on a different screen, I think. Or if that's just buildup in an ABS or a PVC pipe. I just can't quite tell what that is. Looks pretty good. I mean, we saw a few roots, which were primarily here in the yard, you know. But I think we're past the yard area here. Everything looks pretty good. The water seems to be flowing freely. It doesn't seem to be backing up really. I mean, we got a couple of bellies we ran into, which a belly is just where the pipe, there's some roots, where the pipe just has a little dip in it. It's probably settled over time. It's got a little bit of a dip, so that's definitely some roots in there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a big root ball. That's a pretty big root ball right there. That will restrict your flow, especially if there's any solids moving through the drain. Let's see if we can get past that. Ooh, we got past there. We're having a hard time pushing now, though. Let's see. Okay. We're in a hard push here, but cruising. We're about 100 feet out now. And it looks pretty good. Let's see. I mean, that looks like where two pipes come together. I mean, that looks cast iron. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a closer look on a device. Coming close to the end of where I can reach with this. I haven't seen any additional cleanouts along the way. We're at a pretty hard push here. We're at the end of kind of where we can push without breaking this camera. Push rod. There we go. A little bit further. There we go. Maybe get another 10 feet out of here. I don't think that's going to get us to the city, but yeah, so we're currently at about 113 feet. That is about as far as I can get this thing to shove. That's what happens when you get that far out. The push rod just doesn't have the strength. Yeah, so that seems like about as far as we're going to get. About 113 feet out there. That looks like cast iron with scale buildup. That connection looks like cast iron to me. Can we get any further? Nope, that is it. We're a little bit. Yeah, we're about 113 feet. But it's all looks good with the exception of some roots and a couple of bellies along the way. Alright, we're gonna pull it out and see how it looks when we start pulling it out. Okay, coming out. I mean, it looks pretty good. I would just have this augered. I mean, you get root balls like that could cause you some problems, just creating a blockage. So that's about 94 feet out from the clean out we're currently in. So probably just get a roto root guy out here. Just take care of all of these roots. This is the amount of roots that I've seen in here. Not excessive. I've certainly seen a lot worse in drains. But they do cause problems. You've got just a couple areas here that you got a couple significant root balls. But I mean, you can see that water flowing freely. By now, if this water wasn't making it out, it would be backing up. We would have been underwater here. So the water seems to be flowing pretty well. And I don't see any like cave-ins or major distortions. We see the roots and a couple of bellies, but that's pretty common. See, we're in a little bit belly here at about 50 feet, a little tiny one. You can see why the water rising there a little bit. I'm not sure that was a belly actually. There's definitely some going on there at about 46 feet. At about 46 feet, there's a root ball. We're going to go slow and see what happens. Yeah, that's a pretty significant root ball there, about 46 feet. That's what's holding this water back, you see. That water's now high. And then as we get up the slope, it gets a little bit less because it's still flowing through there. But you're probably going to want to definitely have this system augered out. But like I said, some more roots there. Things are flowing past there. I don't know how long it's been since anyone lived in this house, so I don't know how much water has been put down these drains in the past week or something. But you definitely use a lot more water when someone is living in the house, and that flushing toilets, things like that, solids could get clogged up with these roots and cause you a problem. I'm going to change the lights a little bit, see. I don't really make too much of a difference. What I'm talking about is a little bit of a belly. You can see the camera's about half underwater there. That means the pipe is lower in that area. We're fully underwater there. Come out. Water's still going. We're getting close here. See if we can get this camera to go the other direction. Okay, we are currently at the same clean out front, and we're going to be trying to push back towards the home. See if we can get that to go. Okay, here we go. Going back towards the home. Just clean off the lens here. See, we're going against the flow of the water. It's looking pretty darn good. See how far in here we can get. See, it's probably a little bit of a belly. Weird, since we're just underwater here. Let's see what happens. We gotta be getting close to pushing out of this. Yeah, looks like we're making a turn here or something. are now is definitely cast iron. Alright, so these are some areas of, that's something that's going to be coming in to the main drain. And getting further back. Looks like this is coming from the kitchen sink right here. So we're not going to get into that hole because that hole's too small. Try to get off the lens here. So that is definitely going to be the kitchen sink coming in. That's where I have the water coming in. And you can see another one jogs off to the right on the screen. It's kind of hard to make out, but there is definitely a Y there. I don't know if I will be able to make that turn. I don't have that kind of control. Just keep trying to shove and see. I mean, that's a little bit better view. But you can see that might come from another section of the home. That's definitely the kitchen sink running. There's no way for me to make this thing turn to the right there to get any further. This just wants to go the way that it's going. That's the thing about going up a drain line. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go turn the water off. So as we back this out, maybe we'll see something. All right, and as you can see, that water has been shut off. So we're gonna try to go back as we pull this out and see if there's any better views of anything. So here we go. Wish we could go off to the right there, man. It's just not happening. There's no way for me to. It just wants to go that direction. Nope. Try one more hard shot. See if we can go off to the right. Nope, not gonna happen. All right, so we're just gonna come out. That's all that we can see. I mean, we can assume that the pipe is all in the same condition. I'm guessing this is underneath the slab. See, that's where something else comes in, like maybe that's coming from the laundry room or something in, right? This is definitely cast iron. I can definitely tell that from this screen. You can see you get a little bit of water sitting here. So that means it's a little bit of a belly. And again, a belly is just a spot where the pipe is a little bit lower in an area. So look, we're going to go underwater for a minute. We've got 78 feet in there. That's pretty good. So where did that start? You start getting into the belly. So start getting in the belly to about 68 feet, or coming out of the belly, depends on which way, so we're backing out here. So we'll rinse off the lens. Let's see, help in a little bit deeper water here. We're in the belly. Anytime we're underwater, it's murky, we're not going to be able to see a whole lot. Hard to see anything in this murky water. I mean, I don't think the entire pipe is flooded here. I think it's just the camera sits on the bottom. You can see. So now we're starting to come out about 47 feet. So it was at about 20 feet of a belly there. And there's still a little bit of water sitting in the bottom, but. Whatever that is off the lens. Let's see if we up a little bit, I think. I have no water to clear it with, so just keep pulling back. There we go. I mean, these pipes, from everything we've seen, the sewer pipes look to be in pretty decent shape, right? That's what it looks like to me. We've got this clean out in the front yard. I would get a roto-rooter guy out here and just put into this clean out in the front yard and go towards the sewer main and just auger that out. This is solid. Because you want to get that auger, all those roots out. See, now we're back. Yeah, I think this is still cast iron. Yeah, that's still cast iron. It's just got build up on the walls. Mineral build up, sludge build up, whatever you want to call it. Coming out. You can see this is, the clean out is made of ABS. I am not sure if it is connecting into cast iron there. But you can see the difference between what ABS looks like. We're definitely in ABS right here. Mostly cast iron. Alright, well we're out. The sewer looks pretty good. It needs to be augered out, but it looks like you're in pretty decent condition here.